Welcome to NFL Network Radio. I'm joined with Jesse Grimes and Callum Reddy. I am Henry Prelogger, and today we'll be discussing the upcoming NFL season. Out of the rookies drafted this year, how do you guys think who's going to fare the best, who might be a sleeper pick, that sort of thing?
Me personally, I really like Bryce Young. He's a fantastic runner. You know, he's been surrounded with talent his whole career, but I think he'll adapt well to the NFL. He's small, but it's worked in the past with quarterbacks like Kyler Murray. We know he can throw the ball. We know he's elusive. We know he can run. I think he will be the best of the rookie quarterbacks in the draft.
For me, I like Jackson Smith-Njigba and him going to the Seahawks. At Ohio State, he played with other star receivers, and he's going to kind of fit into that. He's not going to be the number one receiver right away, but I kind of like him better in that kind of system where he's not the top guy. I think the Seahawks can develop him nicely, as they did with Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, and I think he'll play a big part for that team down the stretch.
I think C.J. Stroud's going to have good impact. He was a good player in college, obviously, played really good defenses throughout the Big Ten season, and he can really make an impact at the next level, especially with his dual threat ability and his arm. What do you guys think about going on within the we seem to have some breaking news. The LA Chargers relocate back to San Diego, firing Brandon Staley and hiring Jeff Saturday of ESPN. How do you guys think about that? Jeff Saturday, limited coaching experience, obviously on First Take sometimes. What do you guys think about that?
Well, I think the number one question the Chargers have to answer is where they're going to play. I mean, you know, they've destroyed Qualcomm Stadium. Right now, there's a 35,000 seat stadium for SDSU in Snapdragon Stadium, but it's not big enough for an NFL team. As we know, the smallest NFL stadium is Soldier Field with about 55,000 people. So, what do you think, Jesse?
Yeah, I agree with that, and especially the Jeff Saturday move is interesting. I think they could have probably held on to Brandon Staley. Obviously, Jeff Saturday with First Take, sometimes and then joined the Colts last year, had not an amazing season, so it'll be really interesting how he's going to fit on the Chargers and in their system.
I'm a firm believer that the Chargers are going to have a really good year this year, and Brandon Staley was going to have a kind of bounce-back coaching year. But this definitely shakes it up a little bit, and interested to see how Justin Herbert does under new coaching. Maybe the coaching was the issue, but definitely a lot of talent on that roster, and maybe the move is what they needed to kind of get them over the hump into next year. Any sleepers in the draft that you guys like, maybe later rounds, that you guys really liked in college and that you think could make a big impact in the next level?
Well, I think this guy's not necessarily a sleeper. He was a top 10 pick, but I really liked this pick. With the number 10 pick, the Bears drafted Darnell Mooney, who's an offensive tackle out of Tennessee. You know, Washington played Tennessee. He would often end up having to defend two people, or he would have to block two people at once, which is just really tough. And he was able to hold on, as he was really the only productive member of Tennessee's offensive line last year. And with just how horribly bad the Bears have been at the O-line spot, I really like the pick.
A guy I really like way out in the 7th round is Corey Trice of the Steelers. He was a great corner at Purdue. He's a big guy, probably 6'3". The Steelers had a huge need at secondary. I think him and Joey Porter Jr. coming in together as rookies, I think they can complement that secondary with Minka Fitzpatrick really well and kind of fill that need at corner for years to come.
So obviously, I'm going to go with Evan Hull out of Northwestern. Obviously, Northwestern, with the allegations surrounding that program, we'll see how that future goes. But Evan Hull actually last year really helped them as kind of the only bright spot on a terrible offense and a terrible team, to be honest. We have some more news out of San Diego. The Chargers trade for Mark Andrews from Baltimore, the tight end. That's a big move, obviously. I believe they didn't have a huge hole at tight end, but they could definitely get an upgrade. I'm blanking on who was there before, but get another weapon for Justin Herbert. And what do you guys think about that?
Yeah, I really like that because I think Mark Andrews can be pretty inconsistent. You see him having huge games and then really small games, but I think that's okay because in the Ravens offense, he has a bad game that can bring their whole game down. They don't really have any other weapons, but when you have Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Austin Eckler, and just Justin Herbert himself, if he has a bad game, you're going to be all right, and if he has a good game, it's just an upside move, and I really like that he can play great for them, and it's a good complement to their offense.
Yeah. I think this really signifies that the Ravens are going to enter a rebuild. They've traded away, you know, one of their last two remaining stars from the, 2019 to 2021 seasons that were really good for them. And I think it's a very it's an interesting move because I don't think they needed to rebuild just quite yet, maybe in 1 or 2 more years, but I think they could have held on for Mark Andrews for another season.
That's all the time we have for today from NFL Network. Thank you for watching.